We're gonna try it. Try our best. Sometimes when we touch. Sometimes when I try doing this on the way home and we're out in the country, because I got a long country drive back home, sometimes we lose reception. Oh, I have my glasses. I'm going to be able to see when I drive home. Nice. Sometimes when we go through the country, I lose reception. So, oh, wow. My shirt is super wet. I was trying to wipe my lenses with my camisa, and it's muy mojado. Okay, so this live stream is dedicated to Josh Pineapple, or Pineapple Josh, I can't remember. Whatever your name is, bro. I think it's Pineapple Josh. This one is dedicated to you, and this one is dedicated to you, and I was doing an MMA. What was I doing? Was it an MMA stream or it might have been a comment. I think a video. I think we uploaded a video and you put a comment saying, I'm just waiting for the live stream. And then I was like, I know I was going to do it, but my phone keeps dying or something like that. So I have a charger today. But it's funny because it's not plugged in. I looked at my battery and I was like, nah, I think it'll be good. Who is that? I got to see... What? I got to go... Oh, I wonder if school's out for you guys yet. I don't even know if you're in school. I don't know if you're like or if you're in college or I feel so weird saying high school. But I guess I forget that. I have a test. I'm in college. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday, huh? I have a weird schedule. So today, right now, for me, it's 11:46 p.m. And it's still Sunday. It's Sunday night. So, for me, it's like first year of college, studying public administration? I'm trying to figure out what that means. I think you're from the Netherlands. I'm wondering if for you guys public administration means like politics? Because I don't think is that a term here where I live? I don't think I hear people say public administration very often. Does that mean like politics? Like political stuff? Wait a minute, did you say 8:48 a.m.? That took me forever to process. I thought you meant you had to go... Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill myself if I keep reading these. Okay, I did see your last answer though. Okay, politics, government, that kind of stuff. That's cool. Have you ever seen Parks and Recreation? Because I hope so much it's like that for you. That would be so fun if you're like Leslie Knope. That would be bad. But that would be sad if you got there and you're like, this is not the same at all. I was lied to. Do you guys have Parks and Rec over there? Riley, I had it's weird, like I was saying, today's my Friday. Because of my work schedule, it's Sunday night where I'm at. And right now, I just got out of work, and it was my Friday. So my weekend starts right. My last couple of days were horrible. They were horrible. Yeah. I feel like every time I do a stream, I just talk about work, so I don't really want to bore you guys with that. But, man, okay, so work kind of took a turn, and it's been horrible. Okay. Okay. Nobody on this channel, well, I think one person, two people, but they're people that I know in real life that I would. Okay. Okay. None of. Okay. I'm pretty sure that my. Oh, man. It doesn't even matter. I'm pretty sure I caught my manager snorting coke the other day. I'm pretty sure. You know, I know a lot of people that do meth. That's my life. I know a lot of people that do meth. He has given me meth vibes since back on. Okay, so I know this. So you know that awful feeling after the test where you're like, did I do well? I hope you good. Good luck. How it went? Wait, I went to something. I was cleaning up some stuff and I needed to know where to put it. And I went to his office, and it's already weird. It's already weird from the start. Because his office always has the lights off. It's always like pitch black in his office. But he always has the door open, and it's like right next to this really, really well lit area. So it's like you could see enough in his office even though the light's off. But it's always off. And I walked up to the door, and as I walked up to the door, I heard and I see his hand on his nose, and I see him throw his head back like the way I do when I have a drink of soda. And his eyes, you know, everything was there, like, oh, you know, like he just took a hit. And I was like, oh my gosh, in my head. I've seen a lot of stuff, so I can keep myself completely composed when I see something like that. I could have freaked out and been like, oh my gosh, are you sniffing coke? But, you know, I was just like, okay. I just kept it in my head. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty positive that's what just happened. And we walked outside. So I told him, I just went on like nothing happened. I was like, hey, you know, I told him what I was trying to do. I told him I needed some help. And he got up and, you know, we walked outside. And he kept doing these mannerisms, like these crazy mannerisms that people do. And he kept doing this weird thing as if he had long hair. Like you know how a woman will like put her hair behind her ears and, you know, keep doing. He kept doing that, like OCD status. Like weird, and kind of flipping his head to the side. And he's not, I mean, he has very short hair. And he kept doing that like obsessively. I meant to say obsessively, not obsessively. That's just how it came out. He kept doing that, and he kept like twitching and being really weird. And then he kept rubbing his nose and around his mouth, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, aren't you aware of what you're doing right now? Like, when I don't know, maybe when you boom just take a hit, it gets you so hard that you're like not self-aware, and you don't even realize that you're totally giving it away that you just took a hit. So maybe that's what was going on. Oh man, that is so cool. I'm just passing by the school right now. They're probably doing like a grad night kind of thing. There's all these kids about to get on a bus. Those nights were so fun. I miss those days. They're probably going to Disneyland or something. But I was like, yeah, I could not believe it. And it explains why he's so moody. Like, he's always, okay, I'm just going to tell you, he's gay. I'm pretty sure he's gay. I'm pretty positive he's gay. And the only reason I'm saying that is because he's been I'm not saying he's gay. Like, have you ever talked to someone and they're like, oh yeah, he's gay, huh? I'm not saying it like that. I mean, I know it's 2018. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it because he's been flirtatious with me. And if you're gonna be gay, okay. Okay. I didn't mean to word it that way. But I'm saying, like, if you're a gay dude, don't expect me to reciprocate, you know? That's been my experience with people. My wife tells me all the time, it's like a thing. I don't know why. Me and my wife used to work together, and there were 3 different guys there that were gay. And they were always, like, being flirtatious with me, and my wife was always like, what the heck? Why do gay guys always like you? And I don't know. It's a real thing. I'm not bragging, obviously. I mean, that's not my thing. But, like, my entire life, even when I was, like, in middle school and I had gay friends, like, that was always a thing. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't know if I put something out there or what, but that has always been my experience when I've worked with or went to school with gay dudes. They tended to be interested, and it's kind of a thing. Like, my wife always brings it up. Like, I mention it to her, and she's like, "Why do gay guys always like you?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let's not talk about it, though." But anyway, I wasn't gonna be like messed up about it. Like, from the first couple of times I met with him, and we were going through the hiring process, he would say things to me that were like, okay, so he would ask me questions about, like, well, what would you do if you were in this situation? And, okay, how do you feel about this? And I was giving him my answers. And I remember at one point he said something like, you know, he did like some kind of sigh, and he was like, you know, it seems like every single time you open your mouth, I like you even more. And I was like, okay. Like, come on. If it was like a man interviewing a woman, that'd be totally inappropriate to say, right? But I just feel like when I'm in situations with a guy like that, it seems like they feel really comfortable just saying something and me not being like, dude, that's not cool. But he has said, like, another thing, he said this to me like on 3 different occasions where we all show up to work and everyone's being told like what their duties are that day. And he has said this 3 times. I don't know if he forgets or if he's just that forward. He doesn't even care and he's not even embarrassed. He said when it's time to tell me what to do, he goes, okay, and Vincent, you can just stand there and look pretty. And I'm like, wow. And there's like 6 other people there, and I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to respond to that, dude? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, cool. And then what else did he say the other day that was like the cherry on top? It was like, okay, yup. Shoot. Oh, this isn't even it. But he asked me, I mean, it's obvious. I'm not speculating. The other day I was going to ask him, can I go? How did I word it? I said something along the lines of, I want to go. I think it was that I want to go on break, or can I go on break? And he tried to finish my sentence. He's like, oh, on a date? Yeah, cool, man. Let's go. And I was like, okay, this is getting weird. Like, this is like sexual harassment kind of stuff. But the reason I brought that up was the reason it's not important. So I'm pretty sure I caught him doing coke or meth. I don't know. And there's always that, all the flirting, and I've noticed that he's very emotional because people that do meth are like totally out of control of their emotions and they just lash out at people. And he's, that's what I was talking about. I started talking about how he just takes off on people. He's always so nice to me, obviously. He's never done that with me. He's always so freaking nice to me. But he just goes crazy with everyone else, like my coworkers, and I feel so bad for them. And it's like, man, I'm not okay with this. Like, there's been times where I want to intervene and be like, dude, like he's just like tearing people's character down, and I don't even know how that's like. It's like they think it's Chef Gordon Ramsay kind of stuff. Like it's I don't know. Wow, I didn't have time to finish my story. I was saying all this to say that I finally the other day was like, I'm officially done. There's like illegal stuff going on now. People are being treated horribly. And I found this amazing social media management position, which is totally up my alley. I mean, instead of being on standing up for 9-10 hours a day, washing dishes and wiping people's ketchup and wet bread off of their plates and cleaning the toilets and stuff now they have me doing. It's like, nah, I think I'd like to do social media. I have an interview on Wednesday, so if you guys want to send some good thoughts, I'd appreciate it. I really don't want to be in that atmosphere anymore. It's completely toxic. I hate it. Like potentially dangerous. It's just weird. Um, Louis Tomlinson, dude. Oh, does he know you're straight? I mean, once upon a time, and I'm just gonna be an old man. I'm not gonna. Once upon a time, like I remember once upon a time you can tell if someone was gay or not. That's where I'm from. That's my era. And now you can't. I mean, so like there was a part of me when I read that was like, do I don't want to say anything that where I grew up and the way I came up and the time I did, if someone were to ask you, do they know you're not gay? Then it's like, dude, what? Does it look like I'm gay? Like you would get offended at something like that. Where the time and the era and the place where I grew up, if someone were to ask me, well, did you let them know you're not gay? That would be like fighting words. So I'm just going to put that out there. I know it's 2018 right now, but that's why I was like taken aback a little bit. Like, man, you can't even like talk these days. Like, I don't want to. Like, you guys know I'm not a super PC person, but I'm also not one that's ever out to be offensive at all. So sometimes I try to check myself, but like he totally should know well, yeah, he knows I'm married. He knows I'm married. Yeah, I mean, so like, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. I've told you my brother's gay, right? I have a gay brother, and my sister is also gay. She's a lesbian. Yeah, right? So, I mean, yeah, to me there's no like stigma where I'm like, yeah, it's all the same, man. It's like, yeah, I have plenty of gay friends. I have gay relatives. I know that you can be gay and not conduct yourself that way, So I feel like him being that way, it's like when I say I'm Christian and people are like, ooh, it's like, yeah, I know. There's a lot of really horrible Christians that tell people to go to hell and that think they're all self-righteous and all holy and everything. I know what you mean. Like, there's people from every community that totally ruin it for everybody else. Ashraf, you're hardcore. Someday. Oh, totally. Totally. I mean, there's a lot of things in the Bible that I don't understand. And that I'm not ever going to understand, and I'm okay with that. One thing that is pretty black and white and plain and clear to me, though, is that, we were given rules, we were given commandments and stuff like that, but the oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the word. What? Oh gosh. Anyway, we were given like, here's the law. This is the law. But we were also given the thing that the people were given was darn it, I'm so mad I can't think of the word right now. A lot of people who I look up to, their interpretation of the Ten Commandments is they're there to show us that we're never going to be able to live up to them because none of us are perfect. And it almost keeps us in check. Just like Paul with his thorn in the flesh, things that keep you in check, that make you realize, yeah, I believe in certain things, but I'm not going to let it get to my head, longing for heaven, longing for, being a good person, doing all this. I'm not going to let that get to my head and let me become judgmental and full of hate and full of whatever. So there are things in place like commandments and stuff like that, but I'm so mad at myself. The blank that we were given was to, go on and love each other. And by not judging people, it doesn't mean to excuse every single thing that anybody ever wants to do. Some people get that twisted. But it just means, let's say someone is doing, 5 horrible things at the moment. They're just totally out there. I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show them. Totally. Yes, I agree. I'm not gonna show anyone the love of Christ by berating them and judging them and looking down on them. The only way I'm going to show the love of Christ is by loving. And if people are around me, I have that happen all the time. Like even at this job I'm at, even in the circumstances, people are always asking me, "Man, why are you always smiling? Why do you always look happy?" And I just like to think I feel like I have the love of Jesus in my life. And that doesn't make me act negatively with people. Yeah. There's a lot of people that use the name of Christianity and whatever their faith is to judge others and justify what they're doing. And I like to tell people when I get into conversations with them and they find out I'm a Christian after they hiss and throw stuff at me. I like to tell them, I feel like I'm a really, really super down-to-earth Christian that realizes he's not perfect and that realizes that he's called to love everyone and spread love, not alienate people and be judgmental and be a horrible person. There's things I don't understand in the Bible. There are laws and things that it teaches that I don't understand. But the things I do convict me, and the things I do, I don't know. It's a rabbit hole either way you want to go. But I just got off the phone with my wife before I started this live stream, and she is waiting for me to get in the door because she was waiting for me to get here so she could get some stuff done. I agree, Riley. I agree. Even when especially like with politics and everything, like I don't understand it. Even, forget politics. I look at even like terrorism and stuff like that. It's so weird. Like sometimes I think about just like looking into the face of someone across the world who might hate me because of where I live. And I'm just like, it's so weird. We're just two human beings. Oh, Riley, you are too sweet. You are awesome. I'm always just like, we're just two human beings. I can't even believe you, Riley. That's unbelievable. Thank you. I don't know. It's so weird that someone on the other side of the world can just hate someone else because of where they're from and all these assumptions. And it's like, dude, let's just sit down and play PlayStation. Relax. Anyway, I gotta get inside. I enjoyed talking at you. Thank you for joining. I hope you do well on your test. I hope you do well on your test, Leslie Novak. And thank you very much, Riley. And Ashraf. Let's see if Louis Tomlinson is in our future. Have a good night, everybody. It's all love. All you need is love. Good night, everybody. Good night. Chicago. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I'll give you guys an update. Good night.